All right. Well, Bernstein Research reiterating Nvidia as a top pick. Analyst Stacy Raskin has a $175 price target on the stock, which implies a 17% gain from today's close. He joins us now. Stacy, what are you expecting from Jensen tonight?
Yeah, as you said, Jensen puts on a pretty good show, right? It'll clearly be all around AI. We'll see if we get updates on the data center side of things, Blackwell, Rubin. But at the same time, this is also the consumer electronics show. We'll hear about gaming probably. We'll probably hear about automotive. We'll probably hear, like as you mentioned, rumors maybe that they're pushing into the PC space. We'll probably hear a lot about robotics and AI at the edge. I think he's got plenty to talk about and plenty for people, I think, still to be excited about.
How much is the story going to also be what is being announced around NVIDIA, not just NVIDIA specific, but sort of just the whole ecosystem of AI, this becoming, now the mainstream? It's not just corporations building up data centers, but it's a consumer product at this point, or we're entering that phase.
Yeah, I hope we're entering it. And we had some updates today, some keynotes from Intel and AMD, and they both talked a lot about AI PCs, where we have yet to see that driving a lot of incremental strength in the PC market, but I think there's always hope. Qualcomm, the same thing around AI smartphones. So certainly the technology is the point where it's starting to get in consumers' hands. I think we'd love to see it start to drive actual upgrades of devices on the consumer level. I don't know that we've necessarily seen that yet, in any sort of large amount, but we're all hopeful. We're all hopeful.
To stay ahead of one another in the AI race, businesses invested heavily in AI infrastructure in 2024. In terms of returns, the largest cap equities were in the information technology and communication services industries. The buzz surrounding AI was so big that the S&P Large Cap Index saw 2 years in a row with increases of 20% or more for the first time since 1998. In terms of AI, 2025 might be the year of reckoning. The enormous amount of money spent on AI over the past year has been questioned by several analysts. However, the announcement by tech titan Bill Gates that it will invest $80 billion in AI in fiscal 2025 offered a reality check to their fears and forecasts. As a result, semiconductor stocks increased, serving as a reminder to everyone that the AI surge was far from done. It should come as no surprise that chip makers dominate the list. We think they will be essential to the market's profits this year. In order to determine the top 10 mega cap stocks for 2025, we took into account companies having a market valuation of at least $75 billion. Nvidia is headed for the top spot in terms of market capitalization. The effect value that a firm like Nvidia commands is difficult to ascertain, despite the fact that there are several methods for calculating a company's financial worth. The world's top GPUs are produced by Nvidia. This straightforward factor caused its stock to quadruple in 2024. However, these GPUs weren't initially made for AI applications. They fulfilled a variety of functions, one of which was instrumental in the development of large language models. Nvidia plans to launch its Blackwell GPU family this year. These incredibly potent GPUs were created with AI requirements in mind. They will set the course for Nvidia's stock this year because they are the first of their kind. The stock has already factored in a large portion of the impact. On one criteria, though, the corporation is still valued lower than its rivals. Furthermore, it might explore new revenue streams, such as developing its own robotics and cloud businesses. Not because its core chip business was any less important, but because of these prospects, the stock will remain relevant throughout the year. With Bank of America recently reporting that it was the most commonly owned company among U.S. fund managers, analysts are similarly optimistic about the stock. In 2024, Nvidia was the most sought-after stock by retail investors, who also contributed record amounts of money to the company. In 2025, the narrative is unlikely to change. So, what implications does this have for Nvidia's stock? Let's explore that. But first, a big thank you to those of you who've stuck with us this far. Creating these videos takes significant effort and dedication, so if you're enjoying the content, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts on Nvidia stock in the comments. Your support truly helps us grow. Now, let's get back to the video.
Bullish in Nvidia probably 90% of the time, and you've been right to be bullish. Here's my question. If there is a competitor out there that concerns you, who would that be? What company is it?
Yeah, so if I think about long-term, how does this market shake out? I think GPUs are very important, but I'm not actually convinced at the end of the day it's like two GPU vendors. Like I cover Broadcom, for example, who does ASICs, and I actually do think the ultimate shakeout, it's probably NVIDIA GPUs, and then for captive workloads at hyperscalers, it'll likely be ASICs. They're all working on their own. And I suspect ASICs, frankly, will probably outgrow in the sense that they're coming from a much smaller base. But you can do the math today. If I was, it's a little bit of monkey math, but I bet ASICs relative to GPUs, ASICs are probably low double digits, 10, 11, 12% of the spend today. Could that number be, 20% of a much bigger pie in 5 years? Yeah, I think it could. But my guess is that's the likely competition. Now, yes, does it worry me? It doesn't really worry me at this point because I don't think we're on the saturated part of the S curve, right? Things are still growing. So right now, I think that the question asked is it a big market or is it not? If it's a big opportunity, I think there's room for everybody. If it's not a big opportunity, then everybody's in trouble, right? So I think that's the question that you want to have confidence one way or the other. I'll worry about competition later. I don't think it's the time to worry about it now.
Nvidia strengthened its position with a slew of new chips, software, and services aimed at keeping the sector connected to its growing tech ecosystem as the AI world rushes toward next-generation achievements. During his first keynote address at the Consumer Electronics Show, CES, on Monday, Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang unveiled a number of AI tools and improvements, showcasing artificial intelligence, AI, agents, systems that can perform tasks alone. Huang used animated representations of himself in various costumes to illustrate these capabilities, illustrating how AI bots could perform tasks like research support, coding, and customer service. In the future, the HR department of AI agents will be the IT department of every business, Huang stated during the keynote. Using technology based on Meta Llama models, the chipmaker revealed AI blueprints, which will assist businesses in creating and implementing these AI agents. According to Nvidia, these knowledge robots are able to evaluate vast volumes of data, condense information from PDFs and movies, and act on what they discover. In order to accomplish this, Nvidia teamed up with 5 top AI firms: Crew AI, Daily, LangChain, Llama Index, and Weights and Biases. These companies will assist in transforming Nvidia's technology into practical commercial tools. According to a statement from Nvidia's Vice President of Enterprise AI Software Solutions, Justin Boitano, these AI agents behave like knowledge robots that can reason, plan, and take action to swiftly analyze large quantities of data, summarize, and distill real-time insights from video, PDF, and other images. Additionally, Nvidia made significant strides in robotics by introducing new tools to assist businesses in simulating and deploying robot workforces. The focal point is Mega, a new Omniverse blueprint that enables businesses to create, test, and optimize fleets of robots in virtual settings prior to implementing them in actual factories and warehouses. General Robotics ChatGPT moment is rapidly approaching, Huang stated in his keynote address. In support of this assertion, Nvidia unveiled a set of robot foundation models that include new features for creating artificial motion data for humanoid robot training. According to the business, millions of hours of drone and autonomous driving footage were among the vast volumes of data used to create these pre-trained models. The new Isaac GR00T blueprint, a crucial component of this endeavor, aids in resolving a significant robotics problem, producing the enormous volumes of motion data required for humanoid robot training. With GR00T, developers can create massive synthetic datasets from a limited number of human motions, eliminating the need for costly and time-consuming real-world data collection. To stay informed about the latest developments from Nvidia and the ever-changing stock market, consider subscribing to our investing tutorial channel. We provide daily updates on significant market shifts and key catalysts, so hit that subscribe button to ensure you never miss crucial information. We'd love to hear your thoughts on Nvidia stock, so please share your opinions in the comments below. Now, let's dive into today's video.
Aaron, thanks for being on tonight. So if you have a $175 valuation, how do you get there? What are the metrics that you think are most important here?
Yeah, it's earnings and multiple. And I'll be honest, I can't actually remember what multiple we're putting on it right now, but I don't think it's egregious. The stock today, as of today's close, is trading at about 38 times forward, which is kind of right in line where it's trading. If you look at the 5-year average or the 10-year average, that's kind of where it is. And I've made this point on the station before, but as strong as the stock has been over the last year or I guess 2 years as this has gone, it's actually cheaper today than it was before it started, right? I mean, as much as the stock has gone up, the earnings have gone up even more, and the multiples actually come down. And the multiple today, if the numbers are anywhere even close to right, the multiple's not egregious at all at these levels.
According to a news statement from Nvidia, gathering these large, high-quality statistics in the real world is time-consuming, laborious, and frequently unaffordable. Developers can create the massive datasets required to train AI models from a limited number of human motions by using the Isaac GR00T design. Major participants in the sector are already drawn to the new technologies. Supply chain solutions provider Kion Group is collaborating with Accenture to optimize warehouse operations, including both robots and humans, by utilizing Nvidia's Mega Blueprint. Nvidia continued its foray into the real world by announcing the growth of its automotive partners, which now includes the biggest car maker in the world. This company will leverage its AI and accelerated computing to develop autonomous vehicles and driving assistance features. For its next-generation cars, Toyota will employ Nvidia's Drive AGX Orin system on a chip, SoC, technology to provide driving assistance. The chip maker also announced a long-term strategic agreement between Aurora and Continental to deploy driverless trucks using Nvidia's Drive accelerated compute. Regarding the consumer side of things, this is say, after all, Huang demonstrated the upcoming generation of its RTX Blackwell GPUs, which come in 4 different pricing ranges from $549 to $1,999. Later this month and in February, the well-liked gaming chips will be made available. Huang concluded the lecture by revealing Project Digits, a palm-sized personal AI supercomputer that can execute AI models with up to 200 billion parameters. In contrast, GPT-3 has 175 billion parameters, while GPT-4 is said to have 1.76 trillion. In May, Nvidia and its partners will release the gadget, which will start at $3,000, with the goal of empowering more people to develop AI. According to a statement from Huang, AI will be widely used in all sectors of the economy. Millions of developers can now access the Grace Blackwell superchip through Project Digits. Every data scientist, AI researcher, and student may participate and influence the AI era by having an AI supercomputer on their desk. Prior to Wang's Say speech, Nvidia's stock was up 4%. In a note released on Monday, Bank of America, BAC, reaffirmed its buy recommendation on Nvidia, with one analyst characterizing Say as a favorable catalyst for the business. At $149.43, the stock closed at a record high. Don't forget to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your input helps create a more knowledgeable community where we can all learn and grow together in the world of investing. Stay up to date with the latest market trends, insights, and key updates by subscribing to Investing Tutorial. We're here to help you make smarter investment decisions and stay ahead of the curve.